Containers. Let's start with container and closures used for packaging material. Before start with containers, now what is packaging? Packaging, it is defined as a mean for providing protection, presentation, identification, information, convenience, compliance, and compatible unit which maintain the integrity and stability of the product. The role of packaging is it gives protection against light, any reactive gases, microbes, chemical damage, adulteration, or moisture. Now, types of containers. There are well-closed containers, tight containers, hermetic containers, or tamper-evident containers. Well-closed container which protect the content from external solids and from loss of article under ordinary conditions of like handling, shipment, storage, distribution. Light containers, added as its name suggests, that the container which protect the content from any tight containers which protect the content and remove and protect the content from contamination by external liquids from to become its deliquescence or evaporation under the ordinary conditions of handling or transportation. Hermetic containers, it is a light resistance container. These containers protect the content from light by applying coating on it, or alternately a clear or colorless or translucent container that can be made light resistant by the means of opaque covering. Next is tamper evident containers or individual cartons of sterilized articles used for ophthalmic, which can be sealed, that the content cannot be used without obvious destruction of that seal. Now, what are the desirable features of containers? That there is a no interaction between content and container, should withstand with high temperature, should protect the content from harmful light radiation, must be suitable for repeated use, and should be transparent and colorless. There are two type of containers. One is primary packing containers or material, and next one is secondary packed material. And in primary pack containers there are glass bottles, plastic bottles, strip bags, blister bags, pouch, ointment tubes. In secondary packing there are cartons, injection trays, paper drums, shipping containers. And also there are unit dose packaging containers which are used as a single dose containers for administration as a single dose from the container. In this, specific quantity or dose is enclosed in the disposable bag, and it is used for less stable products. Now start with one by one. First is glass containers. Glass, as we know, it should be what are the way properties or desirable features of glass? That it should be strong, light, aesthetic, protective, easy to carry, convenient to open or close, temper evident. It should be child resistant, sterilizable, should be produced easily at economical cost. Now, what are the advantage and disadvantage of glass? It is chemically inert, no odor, no taste, non-corrosive, impermeable, transparent, and disadvantages are one major disadvantage is it is fragile in nature, high cost, second, and less pressure or impact resistant. And these are divided into three categories, and one more category is four category which I discussed later. So type 1 glass, which is borosilicate glass, or this is also called as a neutral glass, which require high working temperature, and these glasses are resistant to chemicals. Next is type 2 glass, which is also called as a treated soda lime glass. It is made by the treatment of sulfuring, forming a coating of sodium sulfate which neutralize the surface. Third is type 3 glass, which is a regular soda lime glass, which has a average chemical resistant. And last is class 4, which is called as a type NP glass. NP stands for non-parental glass. These are general purpose soda lime glasses used for oral or topical preparation. Now let us discuss these glasses one by one. One is a type 1 glass container. As I earlier discussed, it is made up of borosilicate glass, highly resistant glass, and usually suitable for parenteral administration. Now its properties are alkalinity is removed by using boric acid, boric oxide to neutralize the oxides of potassium and sodium. Second is treated soda lime glass. It is obtained by treating the hot surface of type 3 glass by sulfur dioxide and ammonium chloride, and also used for the parenteral administration. Next is type 3 containers or glass. It is soda lime glass, which is alkaline glass having high percentage of lime. It is moderate hydrolytic resistance and generally used for non-aqueous preparations of for parenteral use. Type 4 glass, as I earlier discussed, it is a non-parenteral preparation, for example, for oral for topical preparations. These are glasses are ranges from different ranges like ampoules, vials, disposable syringes, aerosols, ampoules, and are made up of these all are made up of a neutral glass materials, and these are obtained from either natural or soda lime glasses. Syringes have been replaced by now the syringes have been replaced by the plastic syringes. Glass containers for aerosols can be replaced by the metal containers because of high risk of breakage and friability. Next is plastic containers. These are high group of substances of natural or synthetic origin consisting of a polymers of high melting point that can be molded into the desired shape or form by applying the heat or temperature. These consist of the molecules called as a monomers which undergo polymerization forming a plastic. These can be amorphous or crystalline in nature, but the amorphous material used in plastics have high clarity, transparency, and hardness. There are two type of plastic. One is thermoplastic and next is thermosetting. As name suggests, in thermoplastic on heating these soften to the viscous fluid which harden again on cooling. And in thermosetting, when heated they may become flexible but they do not become in the fluid form or solid. Hardness or intermolecular attraction in case of thermoplastic, or in thermosetting these are usually brittle or hard because of high degree of cross linking. Examples of thermoplastics are polyethylene, high density polyethylene, PVC, polymethacrylate, polystyrene, and many more. And in examples of thermosetting, there are the phenol formaldehyde, urea formaldehyde, melamine formaldehyde. Now, these are some properties of these plastics used in packaging material, and also there are advantage and disadvantage of plastic. The advantage of plastic is low cost due to low weight, poor conductor of heat, non-breakable, very good mechanical strength. But disadvantages permeated by vapors and drugs plastic container interaction can be occur, and it also sensitive to heat. These are the various polymers used in plastic containers like polyethylene. It is available in three different grades: low, medium, and high density grade. And these are as density increases, its both physical or chemical properties varies. These are flexible, light but tough plastic, impermeable to water, and also sterilization is difficult because its melting point is 110 to 115 degrees Celsius. Same way, high density polythene More rigid handling and filling of container is easier, permeability to gases, sterilized by autoclaving and used for disposable syringes. Polytetrafluoroethylene are translucent or opaque and excellent to resistance. Polyvinyl chloride less flexible, heavier and more permeable, less permeable to gases, generally used for eye ointment tubes. Polymethyl methacrylate are hard, strong, but light, clear material that retain its clarity on exposure and used for aseptic screens. Polypropylene, these are similar to high density polyethylene, but it is lighter and less opaque, better gloss and superior barrier properties, and used for syringes. These are some other ingredients, materials used, and these are their properties. Like polystyrenes are hard, rigid, light material that is cheap or easy to mold, odorless and tasteless. Like polyamides are produced stronger containers that is very resilient, used for manufacturing syringes, tubing, clot filters. Polycarbonates are excellent dimensional stability and its transparent. Next are closures. Closures are two types. One is it is rubber. One is natural rubber, and other one is synthetic rubbers. Rubbers are long chain polymers of isoprene units linked together in a cis position. And there are several disadvantages of raw rubber: is its poor strength, poor elasticity. Upon increase or decrease temperature, it becomes hardened or soft or sticky, dissolve in many solvent. To increase or better their physical or chemical properties, we add certain agents like vulcanizing agents, which improves its strength, accelerators, activators, fillers, softeners, which influence the hardness of finished product, antioxidants which prevent oxidation of rubbers, pigments are added which are being displaced by coal tar dyes. Special pigments ingredients are added like paraffin wax are added which act as a protective barrier to oxygen attack. Lubricants are added. Next are synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is superior to natural rubber but inferior to other ingredients. They are usually more resistant to high and less resistant to lower temperature, more expensive, difficult to process, and these are two methods of compounding. This uh, is as there is addition of more softening is required because, as we say, it is hard, and therefore esters are used to improve its resilience. Next is as to become its more inert, high concentration of accelerator or vulcanizing agents are used. Examples of synthetic rubbers are butyl rubber, nitrile rubber, chloroprene rubbers, and silicone rubber, and these are their properties. Next are type of injections: single dose injections or multiple dose injections. Single dose injections are used for small volume parenterals having a volume is 0.5 to 10 ml, and they are packed in ampoules, cartridges, and injection units. Next are single dose injections for large volume, for example, if for used for infusion fluids as 3 to 4 liter may be given for 24 hours, and they are classified as British Standard transfusion bottles, which are usually known as blood bottles for giving or taking the bloods. Also used for IV fluids, and its capacity is 540 ml, where we take 500 ml usually blood, which include an anticoagulant agent in 120 ml. Other ingredients are also plastic containers are used. Nowadays, plastic containers are used, which are alternative to blood bottles. Next is multiple dose container. Multiple dose containers are used for and these are properly sealed to exclude the microorganisms. These are used, for example, rubber capped vials. Next